What's going on, everyone? It's Greg back with some more Watcher of Realms, and hopefully I'm recording this for the last time. I actually recorded this a couple times over the past few weeks. Then I kept deleting the wrong version that I had made. But anyway, let's talk about the shop, the Dwarven Association. Let's go ahead and talk about the priorities here and what you could find here. And so let's start with the easy ones, the Awakening shop. You'll see, I think, a weekly rotation of these awakening materials here. Now you're only going to get this material when you sell a purple or a legendary hero. The legendary is only going to give you 100, and so I think there's consistency among the shop between everyone. I'm not sure, but legendaries, I mean, unless you're super mega whaling, you're never going to have any legendary currency. And the epic, though, on the other hand, you could end up with, you'll get 100 for a non-fusible, and then I believe 80 for a fusible. So you can end up with some currency here. I do actually have some. I've been getting a lot of dupes, unfortunately. And I actually had there was Baron in here last week, so I went ahead and bought one of his shards. And this is probably not the best thing to use these on, but at this point, these auto fight things, I'm starting to use a lot more stamina, and so getting these is good. But do I necessarily recommend either of these? No, you should use your arena for the XP bonus when you need it. I just got into a bind and did this regardless. And then on the auto fights, that's really up to you. For me, I feel like they're kind of worth it. But hey, it's to each their own there. Arena shop. This is pretty straightforward. I haven't really done all the math. I mean, if you try to maximize your arena battles each day, be in pretty good shape, but you want to buy the stamina potion every day. You want to buy the rare summon stones every week. You can see they pop back up tomorrow. And then early game, you can spend some on the epic skill dust, epic skill crystals, and from there you kind of want to start saving because you want to be able to get this legendary skill crystal. I don't know the time on this one. I did, probably jumped ahead of myself and went ahead and got the ancient summoning and the legendary summoning crystals. Again, these look like they're once every 30 days, so I think that and they might just be tied straight to the month. I'm not sure, but I feel like we'll be able to get enough currency to get all of these. Granted, you probably want to spend some on some dust. You can see I spent some on legendary dust, but this will be a probably a must-have as well. So those are key things there. If you're early game, I mean, you're definitely getting these two. As you need it, you can get the XP bonus, and if you need it early game, get some dust. And honestly, at any point, if you need dust, get the dust. That's on you. You probably want to make sure you pick up this legendary skill crystal. And then personally, I mean, I feel like this legendary summoning stone is worth it. I don't know. Then if I have enough, do I pick up these again? Once we finally get ancient summons, this will give you a good chance or better chance of getting lords. So, I think you'll want to have some of them as well. So here, I'm just not 100% sure on how much we'll get in a month currency wise. I mean, you get a nice chunk each week if you're hitting Overlord. So I'll probably go ahead and pick up my skill crystal tomorrow. And then from there, see if I can pick up, I'll see what the timer is on this. If it's a weekly thing, then you really probably want to try to prioritize this and then pick up these other crystals as you can. So then let's talk about the guild shop. Guild shop is pretty straightforward. You want to pick up your rare summoning stones each week. And then this is, I posted a gold farming guide. Unfortunately, you want to try to avoid using this as much as possible. And hopefully they'll do some things in the game that will make it so you don't necessarily have to get this. But it's taking a while to build up the guilds. So, eventually you want to get to this legendary skill stone. But obviously that's not a quick thing. These are not that important. You can farm your fodder. These, you just want to farm for these. These two artifacts, they're not bad, but I don't know if I don't think you necessarily want to buy them on here. I have to wait and see how much they cost. But I don't know. Can you get these? 10% life steal when dealing damage. That's life steal, not really a big thing for marksman. I don't even see that one being that worth it. But anyway, your primary thing here is getting your summoning stones. Um, early game, if you want to try to get a couple of artifacts, you can do some meteorites. Other than that, save it up. Use your gold bonus as you need it. Don't use it any earlier. Just use it when you need it. And save up for these stones down here. Now that brings us to the black market, which is always changing, and this will advance as you get further in the game. It will even tell you here that the merchandise will be affected by players' raids progress. So it doesn't give you any details. Don't really know what unlocks what. But you can get mythic gear in here eventually. I don't know if you can really get any ancient gear. I haven't seen it yet. Maybe you got to get everything past level 20 or something for that, past stage 20. By the way, I like to buy the auto fights when they pop up for gold, and every now and then I pick some up for diamonds because I'm just needing them these days. But that's not necessarily a priority for free to play, because you don't necessarily use all your auto fights. But if you need them, you can pick them up in here. The key thing you can find in here is rare, but mythic extract for 300k gold is 100% worth it. Buy that every time, and you buy any stamina that shows up in here except for those little small stamina potions. Those don't seem to be worth it. They never seem to pop in here at a discount, at least that I've seen. But the huge stamina potions always seem to be at a discount, always a good deal. Summoning stones come in here at a better deal, so I pick those up whenever I see them. Mythic extracts, I'll pick up some gear pieces here and there, and honestly early game I was buying insignias for gold, but that's not as big a deal. The big thing in here is you want your mythic extract for 300k gold whenever it pops up. Early game you can get the legendary extract for like 150k I think, which early game is a decent deal if you need them, if you're lacking them. But they quickly became a surplus as I kept farming, so they definitely won't be needed long term. Stamina is the big thing you always want to buy from in here. Now, how often should you refresh? Every day you should use all your refreshes until you hit diamonds. And me personally, I would do the 5 diamond refreshes as well. And I always get all of the heroes because you always need food. Maybe down the line this is not as necessary, but I don't know. For me, I just keep picking them up. I just keep grabbing them. You can see I got nothing good on that refresh. I got a 10 refresh here. I don't normally do these, but we'll do one to see if I get anything good. Nope, nothing good there either. So not going to pick any of that up. Just pick up the heroes. We'll do one last one because it'll hit 15. So mythic, I usually just go ahead and pick these up. You never know when you might get a good roll on those. So hey, it's I don't have to farm farm a run. I'll do it. So there we go. That's that. Stamina, big thing on here. Mythic extract, big thing on here. The diamond one for mythic extract, if you're a whale, I mean, it's a little cheaper on here than getting it from the main shop, so I guess you can pick that up if you really want to. But I don't know, people have different RNG related to mythic extract, so hopefully you have better luck than I have personally. But I've been pretty decent on getting at least the ones I need. So hey, is what it is. So again, stamina, mythic extracts, buy all the heroes except for the ones for diamonds, and that's really about it. I mean, I'll buy the auto battles and maybe some of the gear. Other than that, it's kind of like your personal preference, but make sure you're getting stamina from here if it shows up each day. Make sure you're doing all your refreshes. It's very important, and this does refresh every hour on the hour. So if you have it just sitting in the background somewhere, just give it a check every hour if you have the ability to do that. If not a big deal. But you could think like you get like 24 refreshes a day, free refreshes a day. So I mean, granted, you're gonna be sleeping some of that, but you can check it when you can. You might find something nice on there. Some of the stones too, I forgot to pull that up. Some of the stones are also big to get on here. They're always cheaper. So anyway, hope that helps you guys. That is pretty much covers all of the shop. They all have you can check the refresh times at the bottom for each of them. Most of these are hitting their weekly refresh, and then again the market every hour on the hour. Guys, I hope you appreciate this. If you have any questions or anything, let me know down in the comments. If you're liking the content, make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next video.